we're about to get some rain, so I thought this would be a good time to do a very quick garden tour while we still have some good weather here. We're at the beginning of July, close to mid-July, and let's see what we have going on. This is my first year with this lavender plant. I have this one and one other. I'm very happy. I think I'm gonna buy plant more of this particular type. I got it at Lowe's. It smells so good, and the bees just love it. So over here, I had pole beans growing, and a rabbit got in and ate them across the base, snipped them off right across the base. And I also had bush beans growing in the front, and it ate all of the bush beans. So I just planted more there, and hopefully we'll get a harvest off of these. I think they take 60 to 70 days to maturity, so fingers crossed. And then in this bed over here, also the rabbit got to the bush beans. But I also planted these noodle beans for the first time. Look at that. I think these can get to about a yard long at least. I planted this variety here, the green ones, which are already, oh my goodness, over 20 inches or more. I don't know if I should harvest these now. It's my understanding they don't taste like green beans, more like asparagus, and you have to sort of cook them differently. Also had this red variety here. I'm really excited about these. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Really excited about the noodle beans. We'll see how they do. But so far the vines have only come up about halfway over the trellis here. The plan, of course, was for the green beans to go up about halfway, and then the noodle beans to come up the other half. And then I have green beans on this side and noodle beans on this side. I have one little stray here that survived the rabbit. Oh, two. They're pretty young, but I'll take them in. I also learned this year I prefer pole beans to bush beans. The pole beans are more slim. We did peanuts this year. Some germinated, some didn't. And I don't know how well they're doing. I've never grown them before, and it looks like to me the rabbit may have gotten to these as well, because the tops seem to be snipped off. I think these are supposed to get flowers on them, but we'll see. I also have summer squash growing. I've already picked off of this one. I don't see anything new, but it does look like some sort of weird fungus growing. I don't know what that is. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and it's really humid today. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But we have some crookneck. Look at that squash bug. The crookneck squash here. And another here. Oh, I thought it was two. Oh, it is. And another there that I'll grab on the way back in. And I've collected off of this one so far quite a bit. Look. Those are on several leaves. So I guess I'll have to come out and get those off as well. We have corn growing. This is Silver Queen. They're pretty small in comparison to this one here. I dropped this seed in here by accident. I dropped this seed in here. And this one's taller and has a thicker stalk. We'll figure that. And of course the sunflowers here. They're huge. I mean, these things are over 8. This one is over 8 feet tall. This one here. That's why I planted it on the back side, so it wouldn't scare me. One of the bee balm plants. cucumbers. I want to say these are the same variety. Burpless Bush Hybrid. No, I don't know if that's the same, but this was one. We haven't gotten anything off of this one yet. And then this one here is vining pretty well. I lost the tag, so I don't know what variety it is, but it grew these. Have one ready to go. This one's ready to come off now. We've already eaten one. They're really good. It's a good size. There's another growing. It's not ready to come off yet. And then for the first time I grew amaranth, 3 different types. And I didn't thin them or anything. I just threw the seeds out and then just let them grow, and I'm allowing the healthiest ones to compete. Only problem is something is eating them up. And I don't know if those are the Japanese beetles. It looks like they were. Kind of looks, my grapevine looks like this. And last year so did my rose vine. And then we just have some sunflowers growing in the back that have not gotten heads on them yet. Also, vining down here, I planted something called a Kajari melon. They took a while to really take off. Looks like the vines are finally starting to go. So I'm thinking I need to encourage them up. More sunflowers. Along the base of a trellis, I had no idea they had started vining along the ground. So I'm gonna have to go in and put them up on the vine, on the trellis to encourage them up. I just grab them and take the little tendrils and wrap them around. They usually catch on pretty quick, and that'll stay. Rabbit's been in here. I don't know if that's a rabbit or not. I grew some kale and some Swiss chard along the perimeter, and looks like weeds mostly took over. Also has some butternut squash growing in this bed here, and in this bed over here. I don't know if they're not getting enough light, because it's my understanding like the vine should really take off. And yeah, I don't know if this is how long they take. I planted them, I want to say in May, so I don't know if it's supposed to take this long or what. Cucumbers on the ground, I have to encourage those up. Found this one hiding down, snapped it by accident. Something I noticed about these cucumbers is they don't have a lot of little pricklies on them. So I kind of like that. I'll be eating this one right away. These were last minute sweet potatoes that we added in. Dad's neighbor sent some over. Oh, you know what? These are ours from last year, actually. I can see by the color there, the little purple on it. These are actually ours from last year, growing here. And planted some in here as well. They're not doing as good. And then these greener ones are from my dad's neighbor. 1, 2, and 3. This is another Asian variety, so we'll see how those turn out. And then these are shishito peppers. believe this is a sweet variety of pepper. We have 2 of these. And they have a lot of peppers growing on them. They're pretty small, but it's a lot of them. And I chose this pepper because I read that they were easy to grow, and I'd never had success with bell peppers or anything before, and I just wanted a successful pepper. I just wanted some sort of pepper to grow well on my property. This is a bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and as you can see, it's flowers on it, but no peppers yet. Now I did this one. This is a purple bell pepper. And here's one. Here's a purple bell pepper. I've eaten one already. And then, of course, we have the tomatoes. Looks like some are ready to pick, maybe. Use aroma. I think these are ready to come off. Tomatoes aren't doing as well this year. I don't know why they did so well in here last year. And I don't know, it seems almost like this area isn't getting enough sun, or is it maybe just too humid? They're finally getting more flowers on them. And this was my attempt at, what are these called? I forget. But they had plenty of flowers and they have plenty of the little starts on them, but I don't know if bugs are getting to them or what, or if I'm just not tending them properly. Here's a piece of one. Tomatillos, that's what they're called. Tomatillo. I know it's supposed to be bigger than that. Oh, looks like one in the back. We've already harvested our garlic. It's some in the back. Let's see if I can reach those. 1, 2. They're a little mushy. They're a little bit mushy, so I don't know if they sat back there and rotted or not. And then I have one more thing I want to show. This is the grapevine that the Japanese beetles have been decimating. And I don't think I was going to get any grapes off of it this year. And since they seem to be focusing on this and staying here, I figured I would just let them, because I'm sure this will come back next year. But I wasn't going to get any grapes off of it this year. So I'd rather them stay in this one spot than be all over the garden like they were last year. Echinacea. So even my rosemary, my marigolds aren't doing as well as they did last year. Last year they were massive. They were huge. They were growing up out of here like bushes. So let's go down here to the compost bin. I have interesting things taking place in the compost bin. Hey Goldie. Hey Featherfoot. Hey guys. So this is the pumpkin. This is the pumpkin vine that grew out of the compost. We threw a pumpkin in here last year after the chickens ate it, and in the spring it just started like growing, and we decided to leave it and see what it would do. And we have no idea what variety this is, because I'm pretty sure it was a hybrid pumpkin, so no telling what the seeds are going to produce. But we have one there, one there. It's another growing in there. One trying to grow here. Another there. I mean, this has gotten huge. And I was growing along the side of the chicken coop. And the compost is mostly full of the pine shavings from the chicken coop, so I thought that was pretty funny. There's a lot of fertilizer in there. There's another pumpkin growing in there. Oh, several more. Got one there and over there. So that's it for now. Just thought I'd give a brief showing of what we have going on here. I think the goats are ready for their little afternoon visit.